It's gonna be real good. What the Lord is doing now. It's gonna be real good. I can see it. I can see it. You've been crying way too long. God's about to blow your mind. It's gonna be real good. I can see it. I can see it. 'Cause it's here now. Heaven is open. It's here now. Miracles falling. Receive it. This is the season of rain. It's gonna be real good. Yeah, what the Lord is doing now. It's gonna be real good. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You've been crying. Way too long. God's about to blow your mind. It's about to blow your mind. It's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real good. I can see it. I can see it. 'Cause it's here now. Heaven is open, it's here now. Miracles falling, receive it. This is the season of rain. Hey, hey, it's here. It's here. Heaven is open, it's here now. Miracles falling, receive. If you don't been happy, yes it is. This is the season of rain. We want to encourage you to know this.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome in, everyone, to Resilience Talks. I am your host, your curator, Octavia the Overcomer. It is so nice to be here tonight. I'm so excited. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. However, I was under the weather and then I had a few other obligations, but we're back and we're better tonight. I am so grateful to see each and every one of you. Let me just fix my screen really quickly because it's acting a little crazy tonight. All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome in to those of you who always come in. Welcome in. It's so good to see your faces. It's so good to have you back. And for those of you who are on the outside, who may not be able to comment or just is not feeling like commenting tonight, I just want to say welcome in. Thank you for joining Resilience Talks. This is season 2, episode 7, y'all. I know I missed 2 weeks once again, but grateful, super, super grateful to be here tonight. In true resilience fashion, as we always do, let's do our roll call. Who's in the chat tonight? I see y'all commenting. Hey, Lonnie, I see you, girl. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Hi, Padre. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Tamira. Hi, Drea. It's so nice to see y'all. Like, I love the fact that y'all listen. When I was out, y'all was texting me like, excuse me, where you at? Because you were supposed to go live. And I love that you all have an expectation to get on here and to be able to talk and have conversation with each other, to heal, to grow together. And that really is near and dear to my heart. So thank y'all again for always showing up, for always being here. And again, I know that there are those who are on the outside who may not necessarily ever comment, but I know you're there. And I also know that a lot of you guys will just write me separately after the show and will be like, oh, well, this is what I learned and da da da. And I love that. Please continue to do it. But anyways, let's jump right in to our icebreaker. I just wanted to know, so we've talked a lot about the past, we talked a lot about the present, but what I want to know is, what are you looking forward to? That's our icebreaker for tonight. What are you looking forward to? And it can be in a month, it could be in 3 months, it could be at the end of the year. But what are you looking forward to this year? What are you looking forward to? And as you know, I will be reading your responses, of course. So please feel free to write them in the chat because I'm watching and I'm reading. While we're talking about what we're looking forward to, I have so many things that I'm looking forward to this year alone. But I want to shamelessly plug in a beautifully crafted and thoughtful event that I am hosting on May 17th. It will be in Midtown, New York. It is called Becoming Her. From Ashes, She Rises. So Becoming Her from Ashes, She Rises. And I'm just going to put the flyer up here on the screen so you guys all can see it. This event will be taking place on May 17th at 2 p.m. And again, it's in Midtown Manhattan. I know that there are some of you who do not live in the city, who do not live in New York City, and that is perfectly okay. We will also have a virtual option. However, it will be nice to see each of you in the room. It'll be it's on a Sunday. It'll be an afternoon full of love and conversation and healing and growth, similar to what we do here, just a little more in depth. And so there are tickets online. If you go on any of my social media pages, Instagram or Facebook, you will see the flyer there. And also below it, you'll see the link. And the link is also on my website. So you can go on there and you can purchase your tickets. I wanted to let you know that with your tickets, it comes light beverages and light refreshments. You get goodie bags, you get workshop material. So there's workbooks that you'll get. And then at the end, you'll get a beautiful goodie bag full of different things that you'll need, and you have a little surprise in there. So I'm super, super excited. We will have panel discussions. We'll have a networking session. So I want all of you to bring your cards, so people can contact you. Be ready to do your elevator pitches, as we say, in the business world, and just really promote yourself. And then we'll have time where we're working together as a group to have group discussions, and then we'll have time to just sit there and reflect individually. So I'm really excited about it. So if you haven't already, please, you can find the link on any of my social media pages. It's a nominal fee of $20. And with all of that, you'll get your ticket, everything else. So plugging that in here, I'm super, super excited for this event. The space is beautiful. The content, everything that's going to happen is just beautiful. And I'm super, super excited for it. So if you haven't already, get your tickets and also tell a friend, right? If there's a woman in your life, and yes, this is for women only. Sorry, guys. If there's a woman in your life who you think would benefit from having these healing conversations, these transformative conversations, invite them. Why not? Invite them. We do have limited spots only because I want to make sure that it's intimate and that we have a safe space. So there are only 20 spots. So if you want to be one of them, please grab your ticket as soon as you can. And again, invite somebody, bring somebody, tell someone about it. There will be cameras for part of the session, obviously, not the full session. But show up, show up with your honest hearts and be ready to dig a little deep. All right. So enough of that. Enough of that. Let me see what y'all said. What are you looking forward to? Jasmine said, a better version of myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a beautiful, that's something beautiful to look forward to, is a better version of yourself. I think we are all trying to be better versions of ourselves. And in fact, that lands right into what we're talking about for tonight. We're talking about unbecoming tonight. So I'm just going to put that up on the screen. Y'all forgive me. Look, I'm managing all the technology on my own. But so tonight we're talking about unbecoming. So I realize that we are all kind of, and this is just, I know this because of just the conversations that I've had with people. I realize that we're all kind of in this space of, I'm not who I was, but I still don't quite know who I'm supposed to be yet. I'm kind of in that in between space, right? And that in between space, more times than not, is that space where we're unbecoming. And what does that mean? A lot of times, unbecoming means to be stripped away of things that we used to do in our past or things that have helped us before, right? So letting go of our past traumas, letting go of past versions and identities of ourselves. And that's exactly what we need in order for us to move forward. I have 3 quick points, y'all, that I want to make tonight, and then we're out of here, okay? Here we go. First point, unbecoming requires you to let go of who you thought you had to be. Who you thought you had to be. A lot of times life will put us in circumstances where we have to adapt. We have to mold ourselves and shape ourselves into an identity in order for us to survive. And a lot of us have used that survival instinct or that survival identity to get through life, right? And so we thought that we had to be a certain way in order for us to survive. But here's the thing, on our way to becoming who we're meant to be, we have to let go of the person that we thought we would be, right? We have to let go of that version of ourselves because at this point in time, we're not who we used to be. We're not in the same circumstances that we used to be in. And so we're moving forward into something new. And so sometimes that may require a new identity. And so we have to let go of those old habits that we have, right? I know a lot of people, and I ain't getting in nobody's business, but I know a lot of people in this journey on becoming a better version of themselves. They've stopped drinking. They've stopped smoking. They've stopped listening to certain types of music. People have stopped eating certain things, right? Because they're on this new journey and it's almost like an awakening, right? It's almost like this awakening where you become aware, like it's almost like a heightened sense of awareness that this is not your final version, right? This is not who you're meant to be, that you're called so much higher. And so I have to let go of things that's going to prevent me from becoming that higher version of myself, right? Or prevent me from becoming who God called me to be, right? Who God ordained for me to be. So I have to let go of some things because they're holding me back. So sometimes unbecoming means letting go of who you thought you had to be, right? And I'll speak for myself. I thought for a really long time, and I've shared this before, I thought for a really long time I had to be the strong one. I had to be the one that holds it all together. I can't cry in front of people. I can't break down because if I break down, then who's going to take care of everything, right? I thought that I couldn't, be human. I had to essentially be superwoman, right? And the only person who really had that expectation of me was me, right? I had that expectation of myself, not necessarily that people placed it on me. And so I had to learn that version of one being hyper independent, right? From trauma, from disappointment, from rejection, from failure, right? That version of me is not going to get me to where I need to be, that hyper independence. One of the things that I'm learning in this season of unbecoming is that community is everything, right? Community is there to help you, right? Community is there to be a shoulder, to be a support, to be some sort of system, right? That helps us to grow. And so it's important to have that. So that's one of the things that I'm learning on my unbecoming journey. But I'm sure that there are things that you are learning on your unbecoming journey of becoming a better version of yourself. So unbecoming requires you to let go of who you thought you had to be. You don't have to be the strong one. You don't have to be the funny one. You don't have to be anything but who God called you to be. That's it. Point blank, period. You ain't got to be the toughest one. You don't got to be the smartest one. You don't got to be the strongest one. You don't have to be any, you don't have to be the most clever one, right? You don't have to be the most fashionable one. You don't have to be the most spiritual one, right? Because a lot of people hide behind spirituality, right? You don't have to be any of those things, right? So take that pressure off yourself in this journey of unbecoming. Let that pressure go, right? Let it go, because it's not conducive to the environment that you want to be in. So let it go. Unbecoming, a lot of it is letting go of old identities. My next point, when we think about unbecoming, a lot of times it looks like loss, right? It looks like, oh my gosh, I just lost something that I thought was valuable to me. But here's the thing, here's the truth. Sometimes a loss is really a gain. And I realized that, this past weekend, I was thinking about, like, how sometimes in life we go through so many situations and we have to lose things. And it feels devastating when we lose things or when we lose people, right? It literally breaks our hearts when we lose things. And sometimes when we lose things or people or even situations, right, it feels like something is wrong. But the thing is, let's reframe, right? Because a lot of times when we're losing something, it's so that another door can be opened, right? So sometimes loss is actually a gain, right? We can't get the job that we want if we never lose a job that's sustaining us right now, right? We can't get the job that we want if we don't lose something in the process, right? We can't get the relationship that we want if we refuse to let go of the relationship that's not working for us, right? It's like that loss or that closed door is actually for our benefit. Um, I've received some really good news today, right? And I thought when all of this had happened last year, I thought I lost something, right? I thought I lost my independence. I thought I lost my privacy. I thought I lost so much. I thought I lost relationships, right? I thought I lost all these things. And really and truly, it was a setup for God to come in and literally save me. And not just save me, but to bless me beyond belief. And here's the thing. A lot of times when we lose something, when God is ready, not even when God is ready, because God be ready all the time. When we're ready, right? When we are ready to receive what God has for us, after we've mourned, right? After we've grieved, God will come in and he will do it suddenly, right? It don't take God all day to do anything, right? He literally does not abide by time. He can literally do anything quickly, right? But it's when we are ready for it, right? When we're prepared to be able to handle what God gives us, to handle the blessing that God gives us, right? He does it suddenly. So a lot of times, a loss, right? While we're grieving that loss, also understand that may be a setup. That may be a setup for your biggest blessing yet, right? And I know this because I am living in it right now. The things that we thought would break us, the things that we thought that abandoned us, the people that we thought abandoned us, right? All these things, the situations that we thought we would never be able to get out of, right? Those same situations, when we lost them, it was actually for our gain and for our benefit. So sometimes, right? Losing isn't just losing, right? Sometimes losing is actually winning. What my girl Fantasia say? Sometimes you gotta lose to win again. That's right. That's what she said. Sometimes you gotta lose so you could win, right? Not all losses are real losses. Let me just say that. Not all losses are real losses. Sometimes those losses are really wins because they are setups, right? Because if we didn't lose those things, we would have never moved. We would have never done what we needed to do to get to the next level. Sometimes people needed to leave us, okay? Because we would have stayed stagnant if they didn't. Sometimes we needed to lose a job, right? We needed to lose the house and the car, and we needed to lose the friendships, right? We needed to lose those things because otherwise we would have never moved. We would have never taken a step into where we're supposed to be. And so sometimes God will use those things that we think are valuable, right? We think it's so valuable, and use those same things to push us into our next. And it may not necessarily be the way that we expect it to happen, right? Because a lot of times we think God gonna do it one way, but he shows up, he still does it, but it's not in the way that we think he'll do it, right? So sometimes a loss is really a gain. And then my last point, unbecoming makes space for you to meet you. So while unbecoming means to be stripped, right? It actually gives us a mirror to see what we are actually made of. So stripping us down to our basic core, to our basic elements, so that then we can build, right? So that we can build in a healthy place. We strip ourselves down. We let go of anything that does not serve us, right? Anything that does not serve us, our habits, right? Because we got habits. We got habits, and I can be very honest. I love me some hookah. Okay, I can be very honest. If there's hookah around, I'm gonna smoke it. Okay, I can be very honest. But our habits, right? Our habits keep us bound or keep us held back. Our habits, unbecoming those habits, right? Letting go, stripping down to our basic core, right, of who we are, so that we can be who God called us to be. Letting go of habits, letting go of our old identities. You don't have to be the same version of yourself that you were before. You've grown far beyond it. You've already done the work, right? A lot of times you've already done the work to not be who you once were, to not be as angry, to not be as frustrated, to not be as jealous or as envious. You've already done the work to not be as fearful, right? You've already done the work. And it's all about, okay, so if I've already done the work, now my mind has to get it. My mind now has to understand it because I've already done it, right? My mind needs to grasp it so that my identity can flourish in who it's supposed to be and not operate from a place of past, right? Not operate from a place of pattern recognition, right? Not operate out of a place of habit because this is who I used to be. I'm okay. I was okay being that person, right? I know that person. But when we're moving into who we're supposed to be, that's a whole new level of getting to know yourself, right? Because you stripped yourself of everything that was familiar, that was comfortable, that you thought you needed. You stripped yourself. And so it can be a little bit scary trying to figure out who you're supposed to be. But that's the process of unbecoming. Unbecoming allows you to meet you, allows you to see what you are really made of, right? Without all the distractions, without all the noise, without all the craziness, right? Without all of that, unbecoming allows you to see who you actually are, where you are in your journey, so that you can build and become the next version of yourself. Right? So, unbecoming makes space for you to meet you. I have one final question for you all. What is something that you think you need to let go in order for you to become the best version of yourself or a better version of yourself, right? Because someone in the chat mentioned that they're looking forward to becoming a better version of themselves. So what are you willing to let go of in order for you to become the better version of yourself or the best version of yourself? And listen, y'all don't even have to put it in the chat because that is a very personal question, and maybe some of y'all need to think about it. But in case y'all do want to put in the chat, I'm looking, I'm watching. What is it what is it that you're willing to let go of, that you know is holding you back, that you know is not serving you any purpose, that you know is not helping you? What do you need to let go of? Right? What is it that you need to let go of? And whatever it was, the first thing that popped into your mind, yeah, that's it. The first thing that you thought of, that's the one. That's the same thing that you need to let go of. I would say for me to get out my own way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Drea. Yeah. Get out your own way. Step aside, Bookie. Step aside because you're doing too much. Step aside. Step aside. I feel like a lot of times we do get in our own way. We do. We start overthinking stuff, right? We start trying to do the most. We start putting pressure on ourselves. Not called for. Unnecessary. Unbecome that. Unbecome that. Get out your own way. Get out your own way. Thank you for sharing, Drea. Get out your own way. I feel like so many of us can be so much more than we are. And I'm not saying that you didn't work to get to where you are now, because a lot of us have put in so much work, including myself. But there's always room for growth, right? And there's always room to go to the next level. And a lot of times we stop ourselves because we get in our own heads. We are full of doubts, insecurities. We let somebody convince us that we weren't good enough. Like, we get in our own way. We start to complicate things for no reason at all. And it's like, it's not necessary. Do you? You know what to do. I think we all instinctively know, right? What we need to do to get to the next level, right? I don't think any of us in here are just completely lost. And I know this because I've talked to y'all. None of us in here are completely lost. We have some idea of what we need to do, right? We have some clue, but we get nervous, we get scared because it's like, oh my God, like what happens if I actually do it? What if it doesn't work out the way I think it's going to work out? What if it doesn't go the way I think it's going to go, right? But do it. Step out on faith. Pray about it. Step out on faith. And watch, when you jump, watch God be there to carry you, to catch you. When you jump, watch God be there to catch you. Okay? When you put your faith in God and when it's aligned with God's will, baby, ain't nothing can stop it. I promise you, nothing can stop it. I'm reading y'all. It's all of the what ifs in a bit of fair. Yeah. Yeah. The what ifs, right? But here's the thing, I challenge those people about the what ifs, because a lot of times when we say what if, we always think about the negative. What about the positive? What if it actually works? What if you're actually successful? What if? Reframe, right? It's all about mental reframing. Let me see. Mama Rhonda says some extended family members. Yeah, them too. And sometimes it is the hardest thing to do, is to let go of people that we love or people that we have relationships with, but we know that it's no good for us. At this point, are you going to choose them or are you going to choose you? Right? Are you going to choose yourself this time? Because we've been in the season of talking about me first, right? Me first, and not in a selfish way, but a way where we truly prioritize us, prioritize our mental health, prioritize our mindsets, prioritize our spiritual health, our financial health, our physical health, right? Me first. So long we've catered to other people, so long we've done things for other people. But at what point do we say, okay, I need to make myself a priority because I love myself? And I want myself to have a peace of mind. I want to have the joys of life. But you can't have that if you're operating from a place of emptiness. You can't have that if you're operating from a place of bitterness. You can't have that if you're operating from a place of frustration or anger, right? And a lot of times at other people, it's coming from other people. So yeah, sometimes we gotta let them go. And it's hard, right? I don't take that away. It's hard. It's difficult. But at this point, right, how long are you going to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, right? I had to tell myself that. How many times am I going to keep doing the same things and expecting a different result? That is the definition of insanity. It will not work. Not unless God is in it. And a lot of times God ain't in it. So how many times will you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results? It'll be the same result every time. So when you're unbecoming, yeah, think long and hard about who and what you need to let go of, right? Who and what you need to let go of. Thank you for sharing, Jasmine. Thank you for sharing, Drea. Thank you for sharing, Miss Rhonda. Thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the conversations that we have. And I hope that you guys are sharing these conversations with other people. I hope that you guys are having conversations with other people that you're connected to, right? Whether at work or, in your personal family relationships or even your romantic or friend or your friendships. I hope that you guys are having conversations like these because these conversations really open our eyes to different things, right? To new things, to things that we thought we knew, but we really didn't know. It really opens our eyes and our spirits and our minds, right? We're talking about becoming the best versions of ourselves. And I'm looking forward to seeing each of you flourish this year, right? I'm looking forward to seeing each of you flourish in your own way. The things that we talk about now, I want to hear the testimony later on, like, oh yeah, well, remember when I was telling you I was scared to do so and so? Remember when I was telling you I was in my own way and I was, making myself nervous or I was not doing what I needed to do? Remember when I told you that those family members was getting on my nerves and I just need to let them go? Well, I did it. All right. Well, I did it at the end of this year, not even at the end of this year, at some point this year, right? Because I don't want to wait to I don't want to say, oh, at the end of the year. No, some point this year, I want to hear the testimonies of all the things that you've overcome, right? I don't call y'all overcomers for nothing, right? Y'all are overcomers. Y'all have already overcome so much, and there's so much more to overcome. And I know that you'll do it. Keep having these conversations, keep doing the inner work, right? Keep reflecting. Keep being aware of what's going on and what's working for you, what's not working for you, what you need to let go of, and what you need to grab some more of, right? Do you need some more joy? Grab it. Go get it. You need some more happiness? Grab it. Go get it. Do what you got to do, right? You are in control in some sense, in a lot of sense, of your own life, right? You are in control. So make those decisions that you are in control of, right? Take control. It's your life. Why not? You're the director, right? All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight for Resilience Talks. This was amazing. I love having conversations with you guys. Again, we will be back here next Tuesday doing this again at 8 p.m. ET. All right. And also, if you have not already, we will be continuing conversations like these on May 17th, May 17th at 2 p.m. You can find the flyer on my pages. Grab your tickets, ladies only. Ladies only, grab your tickets. We will be doing another event where we will include everyone, but for this event, I really want the ladies to be there. So again, May 17th at 2 p.m., we will be having Coming Home from Ashes She Rises. Feel free to go grab your tickets. And if there be nothing else, my beautiful overcomers, my family, we are headed out for the night. I hope you guys have a beautiful night. And I will talk to y'all very, very soon. All right. Peace out, y'all.